Hello wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. Hopefully it's not too noisy in my background. If you hear music on this video, it's because when I went through editing, it was too loud. We finally had a break in the rains, so the lawn people are out cutting everybody's yard, and they've just been going all day. So today's video, you may have seen this book before, but today I'll be reading from, here we go, The Complete Book of Chakra Healing. And this book first came into my vortex a few years ago. I got my chakras aligned and some activated. I did 33 chakras, so from my foundation to my Christ chakra. And the person that did it recommended this book. They were like, you know, this is how I learned to do it. So I was like, well, I want to know how to do it, so I'm gonna get the book. So that's exactly what I did. I started reading, and then that's what led me to want to offer chakra balancing sessions that you can find and schedule and book on my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. So your chakras, if you're not familiar with them, they are like spinning wheels of energy, right? They, depending on where they're located on or about your body, they may have a front and a back, or they may just have a top or bottom, but they're spinning wheels that help facilitate your energy. They work, like I said, with your body, but they also can be situated in your auric layer. Okay, so just depending on which one directly you're connecting with, these chakras can help heal, or they may even help facilitate dis-ease. So whenever you are sick, or you're going through a challenge, or you are vibrating low, that means that there's something wrong with the information that's your chakras, that's your energy. There's something wrong with the information that's being fed to your body, right? So your body, right, the physical, the tangible, is what facilitates the dis-ease. It's just a manifestation of the information or the energy that you're taking in. And sometimes we, especially in the spiritual community, when we recognize, oh, we're magical, oh, we're powerful, okay, everything that I've been told has been a lie, so I'm going to relearn everything, and I'm going to manifest my best life. I'm going to have love. I'm going to find friends. I'm going to get, you know, just all these different things, right? You're wanting to bring in and manifest and harness your magic in because you're so excited because you have this new information, and then evidence appears different, and now you are turning your back on teachings, or you have become discouraged. You know, you don't find the friends that you think you're going to find. It's hard to find a mate or a loved one that's on the same frequency as you, right? If you already have one, you can kind of fall out of synchronicity with them, right? And it causes all different types of denial in your mind. Like, it can cause these breaks, and it can cause you to now start to experience different emotions. So this book actually went into different layers of denial, and that's what I want to touch on today, because those aspects of denial can now lead to different things that you are suppressing in your body. And like I told you, when you are suppressing things, it turns to depression, and the depression is what evolves into dis-ease. And depending on what it is that you are suppressing in the body, it will now manifest the dis-ease that you see, right? So I'm going to go through the different, what she calls it, the layers of denial. I'm going to go through the denied feeling, and then the predominant thoughts that comes in your mind, and then how that manifests in your body. What is the cause of it? And then if you see that it's something that's hitting you, you're like, okay, now you know where to start, because this is just the beginning. And then, of course, if you have it all together and your life is wonderful and you don't have any of these issues, I'm pretty sure that you know someone that does. So share this video with them, right? Give them these helpful tips. So the first denied feeling, and I am going to read directly from the book. It didn't make sense to me writing it out when I have the actual book, right? Get it from the horse's mouth. And this book, by the way, is written by Cyndi. This is the revised edition. So she had an original print out, and then the revised has some little extra tidbits. So that's the one that I have. So the denied feeling, fear, The predominant thoughts: I am not strong enough to see what lies beneath my fear. So that's people who don't want to face their fears, or they're aware that there's something that is causing them to be afraid, but they try so hard to avoid it. Now, what the cause is, how it's manifesting in the body, is fear is serving as a protection mechanism, and this can be exhibited by procrastination, or just wanting to stay stagnant, right? Wanting to stay at a certain level, because this fear is protecting you from something, right? That you've conceived in your mind to be, this is harmful, this is scary. The next denied feeling, and again, I'm going over the basic layers of denial, the things that you may have been denying yourself from feeling or expressing. Number 2, sadness. Predominant thought: I have lost something important or valuable. The cause: you now have a loss of self, others, or dreams due to hardships. So this can now lead you, when you're in the sadness, this also can lead to depression, and it can cause you to withdraw. It can cause you to not recognize who you are. If you're looking in the mirror one day and you're like, who the hell is this? Why do I look this way? It is because you're denying yourself. You're denying yourself this feeling of sadness because you're thinking that you've lost something that was important or valuable, right? And it's up to you on what it is, right? For everybody, it could be different. It could be something different. It could be something new, or it could be something that you've been going on or experiencing for a long time, right? Again, like I said, this is just the start. The third denied feeling: anger. The predominant thought: I have been wronged. The cause of our pain: usually a person who doesn't seem to care. So now you can be experiencing or suppressing this anger, feeling that you're wronged, and now it's expressing itself in heartbreak, or it's causing a high blood pressure, right? The next denied feeling: hurt, which is also an extension of distorted anger. Predominant thought: something has happened to me that cannot be repaired. The cause: now our soul is injured. Part of our true self is disregarded. So now when you are hurt, when you have this distorted anger, right? Now you're like, I can't believe this. You've done this to me. I can never get over this. Now you're also experiencing a lack of trust. This also causes high stress, okay? Next, 5, rage. Distorted anger and sadness mixed together, okay? Your predominant thought: I am not impotent. I am impotent. I am unable to keep myself safe. So now when this rage and sadness has been blown out of proportion, it now becomes rage. And now you feel that you are unsafe. You're always on high alert. A lot of things can feel like they're saying conspiracy, but I don't want to say that because sometimes, conspiracy theorists are right? But it's like you always feel like you're under attack. There's always somebody out to get you, right? This is a combination of hurt and anger, and it will exist underneath or over layers of sadness, and it can become bonded with powerlessness. So now you're always in a fit rage. You're always in a state of rage and anger because you feel powerless. And when you're angry, you're normally loud, right? And you can be animated. And that can make you feel like you have some type of power because now people can start to pay attention to you. But underneath the surface of it all, you are still sad and you're still hurt, right? Number 6, shame, which is from distorted disgust. Now, your predominant thought with that: I am bad. When you have shame, especially when you experience this as a child, okay, this is a very potent thing that many people go through. The cause of this now in your body: we have been treated badly. We own the blame for this treatment. Shame fills the gap caused by abandoning ourselves. So now you feel shame because, let's say you were abused or you were taken advantage of, right? Let's go with a scenario that many people go through when they're young. Now you feel shame because you're like, this was a bad thing, and I can't believe that I went along with this. I can't believe this happened to me. I'm now disgusted with myself. You're now separating yourself from that part, that identity of you that went through that, okay? Now you're thinking I'm a bad person, and you can go through a lot of things in life trying to prove that you are not a bad person, okay? Number 7, Guilt. This is also distorted disgust. And the predominant thought that goes along with guilt is, I caused myself to be hurt. Now, this is separate from taking responsibility in the part or the role that you played in certain things, right? I'm not saying, again, let's say that you were abused. Let's say that you were, let's not go drastic. Let's just say you're emotionally abused. Let's say that your parents were extreme and they would lock you in a cage when you were younger. And now you're like, man, every single time when something happens or I do something bad, right, I allowed myself to go through this deep, strict punishment. Because I'm a bad person, I caused myself to be hurt, and I just let them continue to hurt me instead of me speaking up about it or saying anything, because I deserved it because I was being bad. See the rationalization? Instead of saying, okay, I was not so much a bad child. I may have done things a little bit wild, right? Taking responsibility for your actions. I may have been a little wild. I may have been a little rambunctious, right? I may have been a little too flamboyant. It didn't justify the punishment, right? The punishment didn't fit the crime, so to say, right? There's a difference there. Now, the cause of this, we abandon ourselves, we repress, renege on, splinter, or deny a part of ourselves to better cope that which is causing us pain. So again, you become disassociated with that part of you. And anytime you have disassociation with certain things that you're feeling, when you separate yourself from it, it most definitely causes you to have split personalities. It causes you to have split thought processes, and now it can cause you to also overthink, right? 8, terror. This is part of distorted fear. The predominant thought, I am powerless to stop that which is outside of me from hurting me. Now, the cause of this, we perceive that something or someone is going to damage us and believe we are unable to stop it or call for help. Now, this is also going along with what I was feeling as far as conspiracy, right? Always thinking that someone is out to get you. But this terror is something that is very real. When you deny yourself from feeling this terror, feeling this powerlessness, it's, again, everything is coming to attack you and there's nothing you can do to stop it. And when you perceive that you're always in danger, that you're always about to be caused harm, or somebody is always out to cause damage to you, it now causes you to have a lot of stressors, right? A lot of cortisol is flowing through your body, and that can cause clogged pores, right? A lot of times when people experience terror, distorted fear, it resides a lot in their heart chakra or in their chest. It also has to do a lot with their soul chakras or their earth star chakra, which is by their feet, okay? Number 9, judgment or guilt. This is distorted anger and disgust. The predominant thought with this, there's something wrong with me. I don't deserve to be part of the divine source. So many times people deny the divine source from being interested in them or caring for them or wanting to see them do good and excel because they have judgment or guilt. And that's why it's important to live judgment free. If somebody is doing something that you don't agree with, that's fine. That's their experience. It's not up to us to judge them, right? Now, the cause of this judgment or guilt, we hold this belief because we perceive that we are separate from the divine source. It leads us to believe that we cannot call on the divine source for help, right? So especially those that are coming from a religious background, when you learn that certain tales that have been told, things that have been sold and shared is untrue, and you're like, man, my whole life this is what I was doing, and now here I am in the spirituality and I'm trying to manifest things and it's not coming forth from me. So who am I to now try to call on divine source? It's not real. Divine source isn't interested in what I have going on. You tell yourself these things to kind of rationalize instead of recognizing that you are divine source, right? A lot of times, right before I did this video, I was talking to someone. We were talking about herbs, and then a song on the radio came on about these herbs, and they're like, this is so funny, the universe is so funny. But in my mind, I'm like, no, you're so funny. You did this. You created this song to come on. Yeah, the DJ played it, the radio played it, but it came on because this is something that was on your mind. And you loosely associate this song, because it was an OG song, right, by Snoop Dogg, you associate the song with this particular thing of herbs, right? So you bring it into your vortex. Your higher self's like, okay, here, I'm listening to you. There we go. Here's a song that we can kind of bump our head to go along with your thought of herbs, since this is what's predominantly in your mind, right? But certain people will disassociate themselves from the action and say, no, I didn't cause this, because now it's able to pass the buck, okay? And number 10, the last denial is denial. That's funny. The last layer of denial is denial. All distortions, especially joy. So your predominant thought, I am not divine source. Okay, exactly, right? Just feeding into one into another. The cause of this, believing we separated ourselves from the divine source, we deny our true power and potential, right hand in hand with the example that I just gave you, right? You are divine source. You are creator. You are. I am. You are. We all are. We are all infinite cousins, in the words of one of my favorite clients, right? We are all infinite cousins. We all have this connection to one another. We are not separate. You bleed, I bleed. You shit, I shit. We're all connected. We just do it a little differently, so now we seem separated, and that's not the case. So we work on removing these different layers of denial from our body and our auric fields altogether, and help bring ourselves into a state of awareness, and working through these traumas or these shadows. It will allow us to be more lighter, more freer, and now we can start manifesting or materializing certain things at lightning speed, because it's time for that. And sometimes we may say again, oh, I worked through that. Oh, I did the shadow work. Listen, it's never ending. It's never ending. I'm doing shadow work right now. Okay? I have been asking for something, and it materialized for me a couple days ago, and I was like, I had to stop and think. I almost pushed it away. I'm like, bitch, what's wrong with you? You've been asking for this. Right? What is wrong with you? So it's always a constant check. There's always a state where you can resist certain things, which, as long as you're aware of it, you can bring it back under control. Because best believe I got it under control, okay? And I got my manifestation. I was like, yes, let's go, right? So that's that. That's all I wanted to share with you today, wealthy family. I love you all. I appreciate you all. May you all continue to be amazing and wonderful. For those of you that I will be seeing with Gathering of the Masters and in Atlanta in a few weeks, I look forward to that. Those of you that are going to Miami for the Forbidden Conscious Awards, which is next weekend, I look forward to that as well. Make sure you come up to me and say hi, right? Ask me before you give me a hug, because I'm not always in a hugging mood, but come say hi, come rock out with your girl. And I do have an announcement coming up soon for the Lionsgate, because we are wide open for the Lionsgate, okay? We are ripe. It does come into accumulation on Thursday, 8/8, so I have to do something, but we are already open. So if you're looking to work or manifest, change certain things, start doing it now. Start doing it now, all right? Okay, wealthy family, that's it. That's all I have for you today. I love you. I appreciate you. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.